Hello everyone. I would like to ask you a question. Why one should learn English? It's a serious question to think. We all know our mother tongue. It can be used. So why should one learn English? Maybe a few things I can tell you, because English is the most common language spoken across the globe, so that you can communicate with others easily with English. And we need English to understand science and technology. And the knowledge of English also help us to get a better job. Maybe a few things everybody look for learning English. So why should we wait? Let's continue our lesson. So first of all, welcome to CHACKO'S tutorial, day 4 of spoken English class. The previous classes I had given you some tips, like the tips were: keep a dictionary, write 2 words, learn the meaning, continue reading the conversations, right? Tips for today is make small sentences with the words you have learned. Past 3 weeks you might have learned many words. Try to make small sentence with those words. Doesn't matter even if you commit a mistake, try out, because you got to regularly practice things and follow the instructions so that you will be able to speak and write English well once we finish this course, right? And before I begin today's class, if you are new to my channel, please press the subscribe button, like button and share button. Do not forget, please, and share it with others so that others also can learn. Now in day 4 our topic is little bit of grammar, that is subject and predicate. Subject and predicate. The previous classes, the grammar, I already taught you what is a sentence, kinds of sentence like declarative, interrogative, exclamatory and imperative, those sentences. Now again I am going to divide those sentences. Suppose you write a sentence, it can be divided into 2 parts, subject and predicate. Now we must know what is subject, what is predicate. What is the subject and what is predicate? Now if I write a sentence, I will write a sentence: the dog is sleeping. The dog is sleeping. What kind of sentence is this? This is a declarative sentence because I made a statement. The dog is sleeping. Now I can divide this sentence into 2 parts, that is subject and predicate. How can I divide this sentence into 2 parts? One is subject, one is predicate. Now what is a subject first? Subject is about whom. In a sentence, the subject is about whom you are talking about. Who is doing the action? That is known as the subject. About whom you are talking about. Here, about whom are we talking? Dog, the dog. So this is the subject. We talk about the dog, so the dog is the subject. About whom are we talking? Who is our hero? The dog. So the dog is the subject, right? The dog is the subject. Let me write another sentence. The sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. In this sentence, what are we talking about? About whom are we talking? Who is the hero of the sentence? The sun. So this is the subject. The sun is the subject. So how can you define? The subject of a sentence is about the subject. Okay, the subject of a sentence, the subject of a sentence is about what or whom, about what or whom we are talking about. We are talking about. That means in the sentence, the subject is the person who is doing the action, the hero who is doing the action, that is the subject. The first sentence, the dog is the hero, so the dog does all the action. And the second sentence, here is the sun does the action, so the sun is the subject, right? Now hope you have understood what is subject. Now when we come to predicate, the same sentence I am going to take. Predicate. The dog is sleeping. Dog is the subject. What is the dog doing? What is the dog doing? Dog is sleeping. So this is the predicate. The dog is sleeping. This is known as the word called predicate. What action is done by the hero, that is known as predicate. What action is done by the hero, that is known as predicate, right? Same thing, the sun rises in the east. Sun is the subject, we said. Now what is the sun doing? Rises in the east. Rises in the east. Morning, the sun rises in the east. So that is the predicate. So what is the action? The action is rising, coming up. Early morning you see the sunrise. The sun coming up rises in the east. That is known as predicate. So how do you define predicate? I am rubbing this. How do you define predicate? Okay. Predicate of a sentence. Predicate of a sentence tell us, predicate of a sentence tell us what the subject is doing. What the subject is doing. That is what the predicate of a sentence do. So subject means who is doing the action. The hero is the subject, and what does the hero do? That is the predicate. In other words, if you see in the sentences, you will find after the subject, whatever is there, that is the predicate. It starts from the verb and finishes it. The sun rises in the east. The sun is the subject, Rises in the east, rises is the verb there, rises in the east is the predicate. Now let me write another sentence. Like if I write a sentence here, a two-word sentence. Thank you. Now what is the subject here? You cannot see any subject here. Thank is the verb. From the verb onwards up to you, this is the predicate. This much is the predicate. So where is the subject? A sentence should have two parts, isn't it? Subject and predicate. So where is the subject? Right? Now the subject is hidden here. We cannot see the subject. So who is telling thank you? When you do something to me, I tell you thank you, isn't it? So the subject here is, subject is I. Subject is I. That means I thank you. This is the subject. I thank you. But you don't write normally I there. We simply say thank you. When somebody says something, we say thank you. So I is the subject. So thank you is the predicate, and I, it is a hidden subject. So some of them will have hidden means hiding, hidden subject. Some of the sentence will have like this hidden subject. I is a hidden subject. Okay, I will give you another example. Do your homework. Do your homework. Now what is the subject here? What is the predicate here? Look at this sentence. Do your homework. Who is telling? Who will do the homework? You do your homework. So you is hidden. So this is hidden. This is the subject. You is the subject here. You. Now this is the predicate. This is the predicate. So certain sentence you may not find the subject. It is hidden. You have to find out. See, a teacher tells a student, do your homework. That means whom is the teacher telling? You do your homework. You do your homework. You is hidden here. Again, you is a hidden subject. Like thank you, I is a hidden subject. In this sentence, you is a hidden subject. Right? So these are some examples of subject and predicate. Right? So you can have more examples. Let's say the cat is climbing a tree. The cat is climbing a tree. The cat is climbing a tree. Now, what is the subject here? The hero is the cat. So, this is the subject. And this whole thing is climbing a tree becomes the predicate. Right? The whole thing becomes the predicate. The cat is climbing a tree. Who's doing the action? The cat. The cat is doing the action. So this is the subject, and is climbing a tree is the predicate. The cat is the subject. The cat. The cat is the subject, and is climbing a tree is the predicate. From the verb onwards, is climbing is the verb. So from the verb onwards, it is the predicate. So a subject, now we are learnt, it can be divided into two parts, a subject and predicate. So what is subject? What is subject? Do you remember what is subject? So two definition you are learned. Subject, I will write the definition once more for you. The subject of a sentence, the subject of a sentence. The subject of a sentence is about what or whom we are speaking about. So that is the definition of the subject. The subject of a sentence is about what or whom we are speaking about. Then you have the predicate definition. Predicate of a sentence. Predicate of a sentence. Predicate of a sentence tells us what the subject is doing. What the subject is doing, right? So these are two definitions. Subject, the subject of a sentence is about what or whom we are speaking about, and the predicate is predicate of a sentence tells us what the subject is doing, right? So these are two definitions you will remember, and examples I said. The dog is sleeping. Once again I'll write that example. The dog is sleeping. Here the dog is the subject. The dog is the subject, and is sleeping is the predicate, right? So who is doing the action? That is the subject, and what is the action being done? That is the predicate in a sentence. Hope it is very clear to you. Please read through it. Do not by heart anything. Only you go to read it and try to understand it. Hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with others also, so that they can also learn it. And do not forget to subscribe my channel. Press the like button and share button. And if you have anything to inquire, you can mention in the comment box. So the next class I will be able to clarify that. And next class I will be giving you some conversation again, which you can read and try to understand. Simple conversation I will give you. You can try to read and understand those conversations. Thank you for watching this video.